Should recreational marijuana use be legal? That's a question in several Michigan communities. Recreational marijuana use is illegal according to the state of Michigan and federal law.
But more cities are asking voters to decide if they want the plant banned or not. Is it really a danger to society? 9 on 10's Eric Lloyd looks into the marijuana issue in a special report, The Marijuana Debate.
The debate over cannabis has been burning strong for decades.
The idea that you could arrest and destroy someone because of a plant is so absurd.
As more communities vote to legalize the drug, the debate is only speeding up and hitting closer to home.
All you're doing is introducing, another mind-altering substance into the quagmire of mind-altering substances we already have.
In 2009, Charles REAM and Tim Beck formed the Safer Michigan Coalition to help Michigan communities get marijuana reform on their ballots and get it decriminalized inside their city limits.
We hardly regard this as relating to marijuana anymore. It relates to freedom. It relates to whether or not a person is really a patriot. Because anyone who's really a patriotic American is not going to vote to destroy someone's life because they enjoy a plant. That's twisted. That's sick.
Prior to this year, 9 Michigan communities have passed measures to decriminalize recreational marijuana to some extent. This year, another 11 took a shot at it, 5 of them right here in northern Michigan.
Our goal is to just give the voters a voice about this policy. In no other way do they get to vote directly or express their opinion about this policy that is a travesty of everything that America was based on.
Never before had the Safer Michigan Coalition failed in their attempts at passing a measure. This year, 6 of the 11 were voted down. 4 of the 5 in northern Michigan said no. Mount Pleasant was the only local town to approve decriminalizing small amounts of marijuana.
I think the silent majority is waking up to the fact that they may become victims of people who use marijuana. If you're not using it, you might not think it affects you. You need to care about it. Because when they have a car accident, they're not hitting other people who are smoking marijuana. They're hitting us.
Terrence JUNGEL is the executive director of the Michigan Sheriff's Association. He says it may sound simple enough to throw words like freedom around and just let people smoke what they want. But this is a complex issue that needs to be thought through.
I guess the question the public really has to ask themselves is, what is the social redeeming value of legalizing marijuana? How does that benefit society in any way? And if you're doing it for economics, then we're allowing emotions and economics to drive a decision on public safety, and that's never a good idea.
As for northern Michigan's lone marijuana sanctuary, Mount Pleasant police don't expect the city to go up in smoke.
Nothing for us will change. For us, we've never targeted individuals for possession of marijuana. We've never focused our enforcement efforts after those individuals, and we will continue not to.
The new law allows for a 21-year-old to have up to an ounce of pot on them while on private property. But it's important to remember this is only a city ordinance. It is only allowed in Mount Pleasant city limits, and there are still state and federal laws banning the drug.
The city police department technically could still follow state law as well. This does not give anybody free rein to go walking down the sidewalk. Make sure that you read the ordinance, but even still, there's state law that follows this as well.
It would not apply to CMU's campus, because CMU receives federal funds, so their law enforcement personnel would still have to prosecute under federal law.
An ounce isn't a lot. The overlapping laws don't give cannabis fans much more freedom than they have now, but it is a statement.
The effect won't be much, but the message will be great. The message will be there.
REAM, like many cannabis supporters, expect it's only a matter of time before the state of Michigan legalizes it statewide. Every year, more cities will have their vote to show support. In fact, Traverse City is scheduled for next year. Or maybe northern Michigan just doesn't want it, as this year's races showed.
We have the Food and Drug Administration, who has specifically been charged with determining what's safe and what's not safe to put in our bodies. Why are we turning that responsibility over to a popularity vote?
The average voter in Michigan cities simply knows in their heart and in their mind that it's wrong. Not because they love cannabis, just because they know it's wrong.
I'm Eric Lloyd for 9 and 10 News at 11.